Hey guys, Mr. Dalek JD here again with some more Black Ops 2 information. So what we guys know that the game is going to be released on Tuesday, the 13th of November 2012, but what's happened here is there's been an allegedly a massive leak of an entire list of brand new multiplayer information, and this ranges from new game modes, perks, equipment, weapons and attachments. So I'm going to go through with you guys on what this leaked information contains and if we can believe it or not towards the end of the video. But just listen to this, guys, first of all, so you can get an insight to what could potentially be true. This is not 100% confirmed, but we're just going to go and roll with this. So the first game mode we're going to talk about here is called Escort. An escort is a game mode in which you escort a player across 3 flags to achieve victory. The enemy team killing the player will result in a win for their side. Kind of sounds something like a mod that I played for Call of Duty 4, which is a mod called Galactic Warfare. It's based off of Star Wars, and one of the game modes has one of you as R2-D2 who their team has to escort to one flag on the section of the map, and anyone can shoot and kill the person that has to be escorted. So it kind of sounds like a play on that, except this time you've got to go across 3 flags to achieve victory. And it's probably if this is going to be true, it's probably going to be a game of about 4 different rounds, where it's going to swap after 2 rounds for the other team to escort a player and such. But anyway, the second one here is called Split Spawn, and this is a game mode in which you spawn from a helicopter and climb down to get to the ground. Sounds very Battlefield-esque already. The player starts with 3 lives. One player can control the chopper to let you climb down in different areas, as well as shoot from the chopper. If the chopper is destroyed, players can no longer spawn. Then players compete for a central flag that takes twice as long to capture than the regular domination flag. Either the death of all opposing players or the capturing of the flag will grant you a win. This game has 2 rounds. This sounds really interesting. It kind of sounds like the wager matches from Black Ops. So if this is true, this is going to be really hectic. I've never heard of anything like this in Call of Duty before. And the last one here is Equalizer. An Equalizer is a game mode in which players are switched to the enemy team upon death. Players will compete for a flag, which when owned, open up a power plant to allow the player to customize their class in-game, get new weapons and put on a Juggernaut suit for their team only. When there are 2 players left on a team, they are granted with the power plant automatically, and point streaks up to a 5-point requirement can also be obtained. If either of the 2 players die, they will remain on their own team, and the team with the most converts (brackets kills) at the end will win. If tied, whoever is currently owning the power plant will win. It kind of sounds like a really interesting game mode. Kind of sounds a bit complex, but I'm sure if you guys just read it over, it will make sense. Again, it sounds kind of one of the modified wager game modes, which sounds really interesting. Now, here's a list of perks. Apparently only new and modified. Perk slot not yet defined. And to clarify what Elite is, it's a side pro perk you can choose when leveling up the base perk. These Elite perks only work if paired with another base perk. So okay, well, the first one we've got here is Spy, and it appears as a friend on the map. And the disadvantage is if you're always spotted even without a UAV, and when shooting you turn red on the map. Now the pro of this is detects enemy spies. They will still always be spotted on the radar. And what's really interesting here, as what I was just going on before I went into these perks, is there's a pro variant and now there's an elite variant. And for the Spy Elite, if pilot is active, your airship will be marked as an ally. It sounds really confusing, but I guess Black Ops 2 wants to kind of change the game even more with multiplayer, a bit like how Modern Warfare 2 changed it very slightly with stackable kill streaks and stuff like that. The second one here is Escape Artist, and when going prone, you feign death. And it says here you cannot shoot during this. Okay. So the pro version of Escape Artist is when approaching death, the enemy's crosshairs will turn to white and your name will disappear. And with the Elite variant, if Diver is active, you realistically fall into your feigned death instead of diving. Alright, third one here is Audiophile, and players with silenced weapons will show on your radar if they are shooting at you or close around you. Kind of sounds like an interesting perk here. The pro variant is Footsteps are louder, and for Elite, if Bladesman is active, knifing will show up on the radar. Interesting. This one is called Diffuser, and it throw all equipment but cookable grenades up to 2 times further. So a hollow circle will show up around your crosshairs and the circle will fill in 3 seconds. When the circle is full, it will throw twice as far. When it's empty, it will throw only once as far. And the Pro variant is you'll be able to take Semtex off of players and throw them elsewhere, and be able to pick up any enemy equipment and use it as your own. Whoa! Sounds really interesting here. And the Elite, if Quick Draw is active, the circle will fill in 1.5 seconds. Now the 5th perk here is Juggernaut. Obviously, you regenerate health faster while moving, and if there's a with the Pro variant, you regenerate health faster while crouched. And the Elite, if Scavenger is active, you're able to drop ammo packs for your team. Sounds interesting. 6th one here is Diver. You can dive into cover, aka Dolphin Dive, and while diving you can still shoot. However, when you land it takes a while to regain focus. Kind of sounds like a useful thing here for drop shotting here. The Pro variant, you can crawl twice as fast, and with Elite, with Extreme Conditioning active, you can sprint while crawling to crawl faster instead of getting up. 7th one is Pilot. Your flying kill streak kills will count towards your next kill streak. The Pro variant, your controllable flying kill streaks will last until they are shot down. And the Elite, with Blind Eye active, your uncontrollable flying kill streaks will not show up on the map. Technician here, any land kill streaks kills will count towards your next kill streak. The Pro, your advanced UAVs will disable the enemy's UAV. And Elite, if Diffuser is active, your sentries cannot be taken down instantly. 9th one here is Bladesman, and you have 2 knives in each hand instead of just 1 in one hand. This essentially makes knifing twice as fast. The Pro variant, you have a chance of dodging the incoming player's knife, and Elite, if Assassin is active, knifing will be completely silent and not show on the kill feed unless countered by an order file Elite. 10th here is Consciousness. While standing, you are just as accurate as when you are prone. In the Pro variant, your bullets cause more flinching, and with the Elite, if Marksman is active, shooting your enemy will mark him on the minimap. The second to last here is Focus. This will be able to shoot while sprinting, even at the deduction of accuracy. And with Pro, you'll be able to shoot while jumping, even at the deduction of accuracy. And Elite, if Stalker is active, when jumping, equipment does less damage to you, which is going to be interesting if you want to jump over, say, claymores. Last one here is Deep Impact, and your bullets shoot through hard surfaces. The Pro variant, your bullets gain 50% damage with each person they go through, and Elite, if Steady Aim is active, when hip firing your bullets have 10% more damage with each person they go through. Now what's new here is there's a new knife melee slot. The first one's the default knife, which takes 2 swipes to kill. You need to put it away and take it back out like usual. The second's the tactical knife, which takes 4 swipes to kill. As long as you're pushing the melee button, however, it will keep knifing. The third one's Tactical Hammer. It takes longer to get out, takes 4 swipes to kill. You need to put it away and take it back out like usual, but against riot shields and machines it only takes 1 swipe to destroy. And the fourth one's Throw Knives. You start with 4, fast to get out, fairly accurate but takes 2 to kill and is ranged. Fifth is Tomahawks, which is really nice. Start with 2, slow to get out, fairly inaccurate and takes 1 to kill and is ranged. And the last is Ballistic Knife, which disallows the use of equipment. And it's a tactical knife in one hand, while a ballistic knife is in the other. You start with 2 ballistic knives and they kill in 1 shot. These knives take a moderate time to get out, but with Bladesman on, you start with 3 ballistic knives and 1 ballistic knife in each hand. Now here we're going to go through the guns, and there is more than ever, and apparently these are the ones announced or finished so far. We've got a mix of assault rifles, submachine guns, shotguns, sniper rifles, light machine guns, pistols and explosives. So what we've got here is the AK-74, the MP5 SD, Model 590, PSG-1, Type 67, M973, SA-7, Grail/9K32, Strela 2, Ruger Mini 14, PA3 (DM), Model 1300, the PSL, the Enfield, L7, Strayer, GB Stinger, Type 65, SW, M76, Model 1100, SVD, M240, Scorpion, Red Eye, Valmet, M76, Type 64, Spaz 12, Model 700, AS70, MEU, Arwin 37, M7 EUSI, Uzi, my bad, Cause, M76, Python, M26 Grenade, R1 Rifle, RS FMG Featherlight, Mini Uzi, HG84 Grenade, Valmet M60, AKS-74U, the Stakeout, M67 Grenade, AKM-63, MAC-10, Sega 12, Sticky Grenade, AMD-65, MPL, Striker, Commando, Type 64, and the AR-18. Oh my Jesus! How can there be any more guns than that? And the last bit of information here, guys, if you still manage to stick around, is the attachments. Now what's here is there's an attached weapon rack, and what is basically here is weapons attached to primary for quick weapon switching, and it only works when paired with pistols. You've got attached pistol for snipers only, attached shotgun for assault rifles only, attached bayonet for assault rifles and snipers only. And the list of attachments here are laser, red dot sight, reflex scope, thermal scope, ACOG scope, extended mags, dual mags, rapid fire, grenade launcher, grip, and perfected iron sights. So, guys, what do you make of that information? It was a very, very long 10 minutes, but if you managed to watch it all, then I thank you. There is a link in the description below to where you can get all this information about multiplayer for Black Ops 2. Be sure to leave a comment down below on what you make of this video and what you make of the information. And if you would be so kind as to drop a like rating if you enjoyed this, and if you haven't already, do subscribe, as I'll try and be first, or one of the first, to bring you guys exclusive Black Ops 2 news before anyone else does. And remember, the debriefing is going to be on May 2nd, so stay tuned on my channel for that, and I'll see you guys soon.